Hello all. Yep, this is my 8 Regents game against Dagga. No spectators, so I agreed to record it with some commentary. So let's go into it. Well, I think that hand is a mulligan hand, no recon. Yeah, gonna mulligan that. Right, what do we got? So we've got econ and we've got some cards. Seem promising. So I can set up an old gate, a dog, a Bran, or I could set up old gate, Northern Armory. There are only 2 costers unfortunately, but maybe the economy is good. Let's have a quick look at Greyjoy Wolf. That could be a rush deck with Fast Eddie, or it could be a kill deck with Harrenhal and things like that. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the rush deck. So I think I might take the risk and set up one character and take the econs. Is this wise? No, let's set up 1 econ and 2 characters because I have trading with the Pentoshi in the plot deck. So I think I'll do that. Wait, I cocked it up. Never mind, let's just live with the mistake. Okay, so that's a save, Theon. Nice setup from Dagga. I think that's pretty good. Dagga would be pleased with that. Drawn into mirror, 2 more econ, some stuff. So do I want to trading now? I don't have no save Arya. Not really sure which direction my game is going to go in at this point. Maybe I trading and just get out the econ so I'll be set for the game. Or the maiden. I think maybe I trading and then I've got Duel and Valardi in case the bigs come out to play. Okay, so I do have an intimidate. Should I go first? Question is letting Greyjoy go first. Is that dangerous? I've got no power to take, then maybe we let Greyjoy go first this round. If it looks a little bit rude that we haven't high good luck, we have spoken in the Discord, in a Discord chat. Okay, that's an interesting redraw. I've got some shadow options here. Now, getting rid of Reek and taking Theon with a power on him seems nice because it says if you control Theon, sacrifice Reek, but at no point I will be controlling Theon if there is a swap. So I think transforming Reek back into Theon is a nice thematic play that I am eager to accomplish. So I've got Econ, Iron Gate. Let's see these start cards. So Mirror can do some good work in this game too. Dagger Marshall is a big character, which I've encouraged her to do with trading. Get out some big characters, maybe I can reset them or duel them away. Maybe Dagger isn't running many. Be interesting to see what the curve is like. Great, John, nice. Okay, I think it's fair to say it's going to be a low curve deck. And Reek is going to do some serious work. So I am going to put the Reek in the shadows. Now I don't have many chuds to kill, so I'm going to have to think, am I going to lose a military? Yes. Who am I going to kill for the military? Maybe Bran, because I can get him back. But I still need to make sure the threat is covered. I'm thinking about stealing Greyjoy with the Reek now, which would be nice. Maybe I mirror Theon so there's no Stell, but that's going to cost me some investment. And I still can't block the military, I don't believe. So I'm not worried so much about the standing. Okay, I'm going to have to put some characters out. So let's go. Who do I want to kill? I think I'm going to kill off Bran. So play Bran. So I need 2 for Reek, which means I could play out the Loyalist, put Mirror in shadows, save the 2. That seems like an interesting choice. Or maybe I put out the Flayer. Let's put out the Flayer because he's going to do some work. And then perhaps Mirror on the board. Oh, here we go. We've got someone interloping already. That didn't last long, did it? Let's put out Marshall. So the Time for Wolf then puts her back into the shadows. Yeah, pretty weak board considering the trading with the Pentoshi. And considering Dagga's board, but I'm hoping that Reek will do some work here. So passing pre-challenge actions. Dagga has no gold for We Do Not Sow, which is lovely. The good thing about stealing Greyjoy would be that I can stand him with the armory. So once the challenges are said and done, I can get 2 challenges out of him. Probably flay the Chud. Unless I can win. No, I could probably win the military. He's got a lot of 2-cost Chud that can be flayed. So we're going in with military. Stealthing the last half scout. Probably unoppose. I'm going to get intimidated down anyway, so I might just oppose. Kill Bran. Let's oppose with Mirror. Or do I want to just push through a challenge with her later and oppose with this guy? So Dagga is actually getting power for me to maybe steal this game when she does the power challenge and I unoppose. So that means my power challenge is a bit better. Intimidating the scout. Oh man, I can't even Reek because my own last half scouts. That's so stupid. But I could stand the Reek with the armory. Yeah, I know, it's dumb. But what will you do? She's keeping the Greyjoy standing, which actually really helped me out. Just to point out, I had one rep with this deck, and it was just before this game, and it was a terrible game. So let's see. Dagga's finished challenges. My turn. The Reek is out of the shadows now. I guess we're waiting on Dagga's action. Yeah, wait. Why haven't these guys fired? Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's stand Reek. And let's do a green. Hopefully unopposed. Can't think of many ways that it would get opposed. Sacrificing the Iron Gate to draw cards. Let's trigger the Reek. Is there a Drowned God Fanatic? There is a Fanatic. Yeah, I wonder if she drew that from the old gate. That would be fun. Balon's gone for claim. We flay the Chud. And we move on. So my board is pretty weak to the first snow now. So I think at this point, rather than time for wolves, I'm going to force march. Okay. So we're looking to air Anvil Breaker. So let's go first and trigger the air. Yeah, this is the deck given to me by Chris. I think Chris is going to play this deck very shortly under Fealty. Interesting to see how it goes. We have a Balon, so let's force march all of these guys. And kneel out those. Looks nice. Okay. Seven gold. Got plenty of econ to use. This is unusual. What can I do with my 7 gold for a start? So I can put out 2 characters which will cover all my icons. I really badly want to Reek something. I'm not sure it's the right time to Umber Loyalist. Probably going to put out an econ, a standy econ at this point. But then that means I can't get Nymeria. I think I'm going to get this out. Then Nymeria and Lady. I did a Lady, I could put out the Armory, which is better for future round, and then stand my Scout, which is not a bad idea. I would do this. Of course, the other reason you can take with an armory is that you can stand anything. You can even stand a stolen Greyjoy, but that would entail Dagga playing out a card with no intrigue icons, because dealing Greyjoy and standing him is going to require an unopposed. Of course, weak doesn't just trigger off himself. So if the bottom flare, let's say I do a green and Dagga opposes it, I can then stand the flare, use the flare in a military challenge, and if I can get that unopposed, there we go, there's the intrigue. I can still military here, intimidate with the wolf, kneel Jane Westerling, get the unopposed with weak, and then stand the Greyjoy. Not really ideal, but I guess Jane's going to be one you use to stand a Greyjoy. If that happens, well, we'll just have to deal with it. So there may be a pre-challenge, maybe a nightmares. What would be nightmares here? Reek. Maybe even Nymeria. So there's no intimidate. But I'm pretty sure Jane is going to stand Greyjoy to block the military. So let's do it. I think probably the best play, if there's no nightmares, is to stand the Greyjoy, defend with the Greyjoy, and then get Greyjoy wreaked. But if there are the nightmares, then just shutting down Reek is solid. No defenders, so I think there are the nightmares. Let's intimidate. Will we see the nightmares now? I think I'm going to sacrifice an old gate. Which is another reason to take Greyjoy over Theon. That Balon can become problematic later. I'm going to need to find my marriage pacts. So intrigue claim risen from the sea. That's a very nice take. And now I think I stand the Greyjoy. And then do a power. So Kerwin blocks, but Dagga will take Dom. Of course I'm going to kill Kerwin with the flare, just in case a Valar is coming. Let's apply claim. Now that is nice. So we've got the Maiden, which means the time for Wolves doesn't work against Valar anymore. That is certainly something to be wary of. Let's flay. Not my own character. Okay. No, so we have choices. We can march, which doesn't seem too bad. Higher initiative. Potentially go first with Great John. You win or you die seems not great right now. That seems to be the highest initiative, so maybe we march. Kind of screened it a little bit from Valar, which I don't think is coming. So let's just assess. Yeah, perhaps more march is the way. Gets rid of the reek, so I don't have to worry too much about opposing, because they do have unopposed tech. Alright, Winter Festival. Okay, question is, who do I march? Got Stealth, which is nice. Got Intimidate, which is nice. These guys were annoying, less so now. He's only going to kill my own character unless I march Mirror. So that's what I'm going to do. Of course, it does mean I'm not playing Lady and Arya, but I think that's okay. Okay. The Jane goes, Reek stays. Got another mirror. The odds. So if there is a Valar, the only plot that will save me from my own Arya is going to be Valar D. But I think I'm going to need some green presence. Balon is almost insurmountable if he is left standing. A little bit concerned about what Dagga's going to put out. Probably another big. Haven't found any marriage pact. I don't put any under 3s out, really. But I may not have choices. So I think I'm going to put out the Umber. Winter is coming. That is a nice card. Maybe I put out Mira, let her die to the Flayer, because if a 2-claim military comes, so I think maybe I'll do that. Block the Balon, although I really want to be intimidating the Balon. Camille's obviously going to not be stood, but the blanking effect can be powerful. Let's go with that. Using the Winter Coming will leave me a 5-card hand, which is my reserve, assuming I don't lose an intrigue challenge. Still got some draw available to me with the old gate. There's so many contrasting things in this deck that makes it real difficult to play. The fact that Chris didn't have old gate, so I swapped in old gate, but that makes the weak stealing characters harder. It makes Balerion in the deck harder. The last half scout make any of the shadows cards harder. And the fourth reaction of the last half scout is before Mira's reaction, so I can't blank them. Great Hall bringing us something in. So quite frankly, what I don't want to do is kneel the Flayer if Reek is still around. Could then Reek win unopposed intrigue, steal the Greyjoy back. I am sad. Ooh, Maiden's Bane, here we go. So we've got 3, 8, 11 for military. Scout, that, and Nymeria is 10. Will she fully block? Maybe. So let's just not play too risky. There is still the nightmare possibility. So I'm going to go in, I think, for 12. Because it should guarantee winning the military because I have Nymeria possibly to go in. Should allow Greyjoy to intimidate. If left hand Luke kneels, then I can do an intrigue with Flayer, bring in Nymeria to kneel Reek. And assuming Greyjoy has been allowed to stand again, can do the power. Should be a little bit of board control. There's a rhythm from the sea in Dagga's hand. That will be a bit sad. Also increases the strength for which I need to intimidate, which is bad. So maybe Arya would have been a good card to put out instead of Mirror. So I think that is a mistake on my part. I'm fairly sure that will come to pass. But then, if there is no save in Dagger's hand, Arya would just die to the Flayer. So at this point, if Reek dies, which I expect he might, Flayer's going to kill himself. Unless I bring Mira out. Question then becomes, do I need to keep the Flayer threat? Or do I need Mira more? Quite like having Mira around for the Balon. Making sure Balon can't get too unopposed with that Maiden Bane seems a better way to see through a challenge phase. Alright, Dagger defends with 3, so I don't need to bring in the dog, but I will. Winter is coming. So let's stand the Greyjoy. Apply some claim. So we'll see if there's another risen from the sea. Quite fortunate to take the one earlier. No risen. So let's intimidate. Intimidate Balon. Okay, so now we're at a real risk of some form of resets. So I think in the absence of any tricks from Dagger, we do the power, intimidate down, left hand Luke, intrigue with the Flayer, keep Nymeria standing for dominance. Flayer going to kill himself. I think that's okay. We do not sow that. Whew. Don't really like the Maiden Bane out there. On the small board, if there is a reset, Maiden Bane pretty nasty on the smaller board. Kill yourself. There we have dominance. Okay. The board are interesting. Morghulis gets rid of my board, Dagga's board, and 2 cards in my hand. A quick plot selection, bit concerning. Maybe I win or I die. I can put out pretty much my whole hand. Keep Mirror in the shadows. Is it a bit soon for winning and dying? Let's do it. It is a Valar Morghulis. I'll go first. I win or I die. Draw the card, so the Umber Loyalist can get rid of the 2 worst ones from my hand. Now we have Arisen from the Sea. For the Balon. Any order the dead pile. Right, do I need the stand? Maybe. Let's get rid of Rickon. We're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gold. Get rid of Rickon. Do I need Cat? Let's get rid of the Scout. Doesn't mean I can't win a power challenge, but we'll do it to get rid of an Arya dupe. Get rid of the Scout. Okay, well now I've got all the Arya dupes. So basically we just play out as much as we can. That's going to be impactful. What's my draw after this? Time for Wolves. Might have to Allgate next round. Of course, Mirror is going to be extremely important in getting through some claim now. So 8 resources, 10 resources worth of cards to play. So I think I play out Cat. And it's either the Armory or Lady. Tough choice. I think maybe I choose Lady. Is the stand that important? Let's go with the stand. I can double mirror. I mean, I'm running political disaster, but the time for me to play that has long gone. Random baby screams in the background. We have an Iron Fleet Scout. Grey Ghost. Okay, so not characters. So I think the board is going to get wiped. Because I don't think Dagga has a way of stopping the military. Again, nightmares would. But let's see if there is a nightmares. The rhythm from the sea cannot save. We've seen Valar Morghulis. There can be no more fear. Do I need to use the armory to win dominance? It's not going to win me the game. Maybe I save the armory. Kraken's Grasp. So yeah, it doesn't win me the game by standing. Don't have heads on spikes in this version, that's very sad. I'm not going to bother with the standing. Time for War puts Mira back in the shadow. Give Dagga another power in case I can steal it. Lady goes to reserve. The question is, if I do Time for War, I've got plenty of gold, what do I bring back? Reek will be exceptionally nasty. So it's Daggers, you win or you die. Good choice. 4 cards. Alright, so I'm going to Summer. Summer into play. Trigger Summer. Now, question is, Bran. Imagine if I topped it to a roaming Wolfpack. Bran, Mira going into the shadows anyhow. Lady or Reek. I think I'm going to bring back Reek. Because that way, if Dagga brings out a renowned character, potentially I can steal it. Especially if it's, you know, Fast Eddie. Not an amazing draw, but I have a direwolf, so not the worst draw. The fact that I brought Reek back to my hand probably going to make Dagga think twice about putting a non-loyal out with Renown. We don't know if Dagga's drawn 4 characters, 4 boats, or anything. I think Dagga played pretty well, but it was unfortunate in the first round or two there were no intrigue icons and the Reek was a real threat. I think the Last Heart Scouts actually worked against this deck for the most part, and if Chris wasn't already playing, I'd probably recommend to remove them. Oh, and that's the end of the game. Alright, I'm going to turn the recording off and we'll leave it there. Goodbye.